Hello everyone and welcome back to Coloring with Haley. Today we are going to do a special color in chat for Froggy February. And I'm going to be doing a page out of Faces in the Forest by Jen Racine. And of course it's the page that is on the cover of the book, The Girl with the Frog. And I did start last night on the skin tone because I can't focus on skin and talk at the same time. And I wanted her skin to not be so streaky, which you'll see didn't work out so well. So I had picked out one of my Ohuhu markers, and I'm trying to find another one right now for the hair. Give me just a second. There we go. To use and start with. And I got through her hand and her neck, and when I got to her face, it died on me about halfway through. So I tried to match the color of it as best as I could with my Tau Tree markers. I even picked the same number because a lot of the time the companies use the same colors. A lot of these Amazon markers do. But it wasn't quite the same, so I just colored over her whole face, and so there's a little bit of streaking there. Kind of you can tell where the halfway point was almost, but it's not too bad. Although because I had to color over it, she does look a little more red than I wanted. She looks a little sunburnt, but that's okay. The idea was to color this page kind of based on myself, which is why I'm doing kind of a blondish brown hair color right now, and I'm using number 41 in the Ohuhu markers. But I am someone that sunburns like very, very easy, so, you know, it works, whatever. It's me after looking for frogs all day, and I finally found one, but now I have like a nice sunburn going on. So it works. I have been very, 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 very busy this month, which is why I'm just now getting to this. Ideally, it would have been earlier in the month. I know I'm kind of cutting it close to the end of the month here with this one, but I have just been super busy. It feels like I haven't even gotten any time to rest, and actually I'm doing this, like I'm filming this right now, but right before I have to go to class here in a little bit. My in-person night class. I just have like a little bit of time before I have to leave and go to class, so I'm like squeezing this in kind of right there. And the only reason I have a little bit of time today is because one of the other things I have to do for a different college class is like a science project that I have to monitor over the course of like 8 hours. Every hour I have to like check in on it and do some stuff and record results. And I don't have time to do that on days when I go to class in person, so I didn't have anything to do today in particular just because that one assignment is going to take me a really long time and I need to be able to be here to check on it so frequently. The night class kind of cuts into that. But I've just been busy with college mainly and everything else. I don't know, it was like a crazy month. Our AC went out too. I don't know about you guys. I think most of the United States has been getting a ton of winter weather this February. We sure have. It's been like every week this February there's been like a chance of winter weather on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and we usually get some. It's also been raining way more this month than it usually has, so it's kind of nasty and soupy outside. And I haven't been getting outside much, which doesn't help. I'm exhausted to begin with from college, but I'm not outside in the sun getting any vitamin D, and that doesn't help either, but really, there hasn't been any sun lately, so it's just kind of been a dreary, tiring month. It hasn't been very enjoyable or very fun for me or for anyone, I think. And I'm kind of iffy on the whole night class thing for college. I did it because, well, I had to. It's a class that I need to have to graduate, and it's only offered as a night class because only one professor is teaching it, which is kind of eh. I like it when I, get to choose what time I take a class, but for this one, it's just how it worked out, And at first I was like, yeah, okay, night classes, that won't be so bad, will it? I am a night owl, I like staying up, so it should work out, but I don't know. I don't like it, I'm not a fan. My class is from 5 until 7:30, which is awkward timing to begin with, because normally I would cook dinner at 5, but in order to get to class I have to leave at 4, so I would be making dinner around 3 if I wanted to eat it, but I eat lunch around noon, so I'm just not that hungry at that time. So when I get out of class at 7:30, I'm like starving, and I don't get home until a little after 8, and then I have to throw together dinner really quick, and then it's like time to shower, get ready for bed. I don't know, it's like it runs a little bit too late for me. I'm saying I don't know a lot, I can hear myself. But it just runs a little bit too late for me, I think. If it was a little earlier and ended at 6, I think that would be way better. Even when I go out, you know, like to eat dinner and get groceries and stuff, I'm home before 8. So getting home a little after 8 is just a bit late for me to want to be out. I'm exhausted on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It doesn't help, yeah, that the class is 2 nights a week. I think if it was 1 night a week that time, I could handle it better, but it is 2 nights a week. That odd timing, which just makes me exhausted. And then I have, you know, I'm going to college full-time, so I have other stuff I have to attend to as well, other classes and everything, so, you know, it's just super awkward, and I'm tired, and I'm going to actually set this aside for a minute. I've been working on the hair a lot, but you guys know that I can't upload videos that are too long because our internet's not that great, and if I keep up with the hair might be the only thing you see me color in this video, because I'm going to make this about 30 minutes long, and then come back at the end and show you what I got done. So let's actually just stop with the hair for a minute and do a little bit of something else too. I'm going to get out my pastel Ohuhu markers. They have this new color lipstick natural in there that I've really been using a lot because it's a great natural lip color, and I'm not a person that wears lipstick, so this is a good lip color for me. I do have to say, starting to run out of some of my Ohuhu markers now that I've been using them a lot, and it seems like they don't last as long as the Cali Art markers. I've still got some Cali Art markers that are going strong, and I've had those for way longer than I've had my Ohuhu markers, and I use them, you know, I would say pretty equally. Hang on, let's see what kind of blush color I want there. I think shadow pink. So that's something to think about, as I don't personally think they last as long as the Cali Art markers, so probably in the future I will buy the Cali Art markers. And my set of Cali Art markers is so old that it's the old design. I know they've updated how the barrel of the marker and stuff looks now. That's how old mine are, and I still have a ton of them over there. I am going to mainly use my Ohuhu markers on this one today, though. We might pull out my Cali Arts on some of the plants here on the side. And I'm sure that these are actual very specific flowers. I've done a flip through this book, and it's up on my channel, and I can identify some of the flowers in the pictures. Some of them are, like, specific flowers. Let me see if I can find a good one where I can, like, identify the flowers. Like, this one has roses in it. This one's sunflowers. There's some that have, like, foxgloves in them, but I'm not a flower person, really, so I can't exactly identify them all. Okay, we're going to do, a green frog, I think. I was contemplating making it blue with black spots like a poison dart frog, but I wouldn't want to be holding a poison dart frog, so we're going to do a vivid green, which is 46. And of course it is Froggy February, and because I've been so busy, I unfortunately haven't gotten to color as many frog pages as I have wanted to, but I have done several, and I am very much enjoying seeing everyone else's frog pages that you guys keep posting on Instagram and tagging me in. I love seeing them, love seeing how they turn out. So keep doing that. There's a few days left at the time that this uploads to get more frog pages in and keep uploading those, so keep doing that. I love seeing everyone's pages, and also anytime someone has colored a frog page out of a book I don't have, I'm like, ooh, write that down, I gotta get that book. You know, I'm like keeping an eye out on what books you guys are posting from, too. Speaking of books, I did see the Cute Frogs release on Amazon, and I have ordered it, but Amazon, like, lost my order, or I guess I shouldn't say Amazon, I guess the shipping company. I don't know. It made it to like Kansas City and it left Kansas City and hasn't shown up anywhere since. So I have ordered the Cute Frogs book. Hopefully it gets here in time for me to color a page out of it for Froggy February. That was going to be a book that I was going to do a color and chat on, but yeah, it's just not happening. I don't know where it is, and with Amazon, I ordered it on Valentine's Day. You have to wait a certain number of days before you can like request a refund or for them to resend the product and whatnot. So we're waiting on that. We will see if that comes in or not. Did not happen there. I just got lost. But with all the winter weather everyone's been having, you know, the shipping companies are doing the best they can. I'm not mad about it. I'm just like excited about the book and I want it to come in. So we will see. And I know a few people have already ordered it and done flip-throughs of it, and Jamie actually is the one who sent me the link on Instagram, and I was like, have you seen this book? And I was like, no, I have not. So I have seen it, for everyone wondering. I'm just waiting still on it to come in. Let's do a darker green. That's not as dark as I want it to be. Let me see. 53 is what I'm looking for. It takes me a minute to kind of find my colors. I should probably sit down and like organize the container by colors, but I have to admit that I'm a little lazy. But yes, I've been enjoying my very first Froggy February, and this will probably be something I host every year as long as I still have a YouTube channel. I don't see why not. A lot of you guys kind of know me for frogs and associate me with that, and I don't mind, of course. I love frogs, so that'll probably be, I know some people have, you know, they have their color along that they host every year. I think this will be mine. Froggy February. I think that's a good idea. I think that's something that a lot of people can get behind and like. I know frogs are pretty likable, at least in my opinion. They're cute, but they're more likable than like, you know, snakes and spiders, which I also like, but those are pretty scary to a lot of people. I do actually know a few people that are afraid of frogs. Let me do her eyebrows real quick. So yeah, I'll probably host Froggy February every year, and it'll be, you know, the same rules every year. Let's color frog pictures, and hopefully we'll get a lot more new frog books, like that Cute Frogs one that just came out. Hopefully we'll get more frog pictures. I would love for Colored Caramel to do some frogs in their books. I know they're on the whole axolotl thing right now, which I love axolotls too, don't get me wrong, but I want to see some more frog stuff. Okay, so we're going to do some of these flowers purple because I like purple, and like I said, I don't know what flowers these are in particular, so we're just gonna make them purple. Maybe they're not a flower that can be purple, but they're gonna be purple in my book. I do have plans to publish like a little slideshow compilation of all the finished pages for Froggy February that everyone has posted on Instagram, or if you've emailed them to me, I'll make sure to check my email right there on March 1st to make sure I haven't missed anything. Kind of like how Lavelia does them for, what is her tag? It's like Color Your Horde, right? Yeah. I do have plans to do a little video like that, and it'll probably go up sometime early in March. It just depends on when I have the time to actually kind of, you know, get in there and put it together. That's the big thing right now, is me finding time to do stuff. But I am going to do that for all of you wondering. I will do that. I've gotten quite a few entries so far. I'm actually really surprised. It was my first time, like I said, hosting a tag. I really didn't know if people would be interested in the frog thing. And yes, you guys have been very interested in it, and that makes me so happy. I'm so delighted anytime I get tagged in a post. Sorry if you could hear that. I think it was thunder. It's been raining here. So I'm very, very delighted, and I can't wait to put together the compilation video because I think it's going to look really nice. Okay, I think that's going to set this right here because I think that's all of that type of flower there. We're going to do like a dark purple on the outside of that. We're going to do 73. Let me see if I can find 73. Here we go. Here we go. And also, don't forget that I do have more color alongs coming up this year. The next one being in May. Miniatures in May, which I should be out of college by mid-May, so maybe I will get more time to actually participate in the color along I'm hosting. It was just unfortunate timing for me. February just ended up being like just so busy. Hold on, I have a text message. Let me... Oh, okay. It was a spam message, so don't worry. So hopefully May won't be as busy and I can actually do as many things as I planned. I actually planned on doing 2 color enchants for February. I was going to do one like I'm doing now, where I kind of just ramble on about myself and the page and like what's going on with me. And I was going to do a second one where I talked about frogs. It was going to be like me telling you facts about frogs and showing you some of my frogs and stuff. I don't even know if anyone would really be interested in that, or if you're like, yawn, that sounds like a nature documentary. That would put me to sleep. But that was going to be my idea. And it's just, that one's not going to happen for sure, because I just do not have time. Like I said, I'm cutting it close with the amount of days I have left to get this up on YouTube already. So unfortunately, that was not going to happen. Maybe it will happen next year if anyone would actually be interested in listening to me talk about frogs, because I could go on and on and on for days and days and days. That could be like a long video. But don't worry, I wouldn't make it too long. Like you guys already know, I can't make videos too long just because our internet out here in the middle of nowhere, rural life, you know, the internet just cannot handle big uploads that are like an hour long. As much as I would like to show you me coloring this entire page and me talking the entire time, it just would never ever get uploaded. I used to be able to, but then the internet company we had no longer is selling internet out here, and we had to switch, and it's just not as good of a company. The internet's not as strong, you know. You get it. So yeah, ideally next year we can do that. And for those of you wondering, I do get people in my comments that are like, do you have real frogs? Like, do you have pet frogs? Yes, I do. I have. Hang on, I've got another message. I do have many pet frogs. So, I do have tons of those, and I do post over on Instagram a lot pictures of my animals. That was my elbow hitting the table, like my funny bone. I do post on Instagram pictures of them, and you can find my Instagram in the little section down below. I know I've got that listed there. I don't know if you have to have an account on Instagram to view people's posts or not. I don't know. I've always had an Instagram, like even my own private one, so I don't know if it will just let you view things or not. But you can try. You can see if it will let you view things, and you should be able to find some pictures there of my actual froggies that I keep. And I've been keeping frogs for 5 years now, at least. So I've been keeping them for quite a long time. And yes, I do have quite a few different species of frogs from around the world. I just think frogs are so cool. My favorites are my Australian tree frogs. And for those of you wondering, every time you see a frog on my channel, whether it's like my profile picture, this counts for Instagram too, by the way, or my like banner background, if there's a frog in like title card, or if it's in a thumbnail for YouTube video, and like the little Froggy February announcement that we made, those are all like my actual frogs. Those are all pictures of them that I've cut out and edited into the photos, so that gives you kind of a good idea of what they look like. Those are not pictures I got off Google, those are my frogs, which I do take a ton of photos of all the time. I don't know about you guys. I think everyone with pets is kind of the same way, My phone is like 99% pictures of my pets, and that's about it. I don't hardly take pictures of anything else. Wild animals too, but like that's all it's pictures of. So I have a ton more I can like post and share, and I probably will. I had been meaning to for Froggy February. I thought I'd like to share some pictures of my actual frogs and some fun facts, but again, I've just been so busy and time just got away from me. It's like I never even had time to rest and breathe and relax this month. So I am ready for this month to be over and to go into March, and maybe March will be nicer, get kind of a do-over in March. We'll see, we'll see. Hopefully we will. And I am, of course, ready for March because I'm ready for it to be spring. The frogs were actually out last night. The spring peepers here in Missouri are some of the frogs that you will hear the earliest. Kind of one of the signs of springs. They make a peep, peep, peep sound that's very distinctive. And they were actually out calling last night, but, of course, Wednesday and Thursday we're expected to get more snow and ice. So, they'll probably go back away for a while. I am so tired of the winter weather now. We used to get that kind of weather around Christmas, but nowadays it is around February, which is rough timing because, you know, around Christmas, when you're in school, that's winter break, right? But February, you're back in school full time. So we've missed so much college already. My in-person class, the ones that are online, you know, of course, you don't really miss those. But the ones that are in person, you can miss those, and we have missed so much, and we are so far behind just because we've been out so many days for the weather. Because again, like I said, it seems to move in on Wednesday and Thursday night is when I have class. So, yeah, missed a lot of college, too, and that's another reason that I've been so busy this month is when you miss that much, well, then you have, like, double the amount to do next week because you're trying to make up all of that and not be so dang far behind, but ugh, we still are. It has been a rough month. But, you know, it's about to be spring, it's about to be better, everything's about to be better, I think. So I'm ready for spring. I think everybody is at this point. I think everybody is ready for the warmer weather. I know that we haven't even gotten as much snow down here as some people have gotten. You know, we never get, like, more than 2 or 3 inches, but still where I'm at, that's enough that it'll put everyone out of school and work for a while because it's just not prepared for that kind of winter weather around here, you know. They don't treat the roads the same way they do somewhere up in Michigan where you're expecting to get like a foot of snow or something. So yeah, it's just been a whole mess. A whole mess this entire time. And I'm done with it. Ready for it to be spring, ready to get on with that. I'm also ready for it to be summer, of course, so I get a break from college and everything. That's my big break. I do think we have spring break coming up, actually, coincidentally, like at the beginning of March, but I'm not even sure if it'll be warm enough to consider it a spring break at this point. Might be a little bit more like winter break part 2. I do hope that the weather isn't too bad this week. I was supposed to go somewhere this weekend. I was gonna get a bunch of my work done early, give myself a day off this weekend to travel a few hours to go pick up something very cool. And the people I'm meeting are coming in from like the Oklahoma Panhandle, and it's kind of a one chance that I have to do this and get it done, and I don't want to spoil what I'm picking up yet. The chance would come back again like in July, which is quite a long time to wait. So I am really hoping that the weather's not too bad and it doesn't, you know, ruin that. Because I think my entire state is like under a winter storm watch or warning for Wednesday in February. I think, you know, we're getting ice kind of down here where I'm at, but I think the rest of the state is getting several inches of snow. Which I'd rather have the snow than the ice, of course, because the ice can knock out the power, and that's no fun. We haven't had the power go out yet, thankfully. We just haven't gotten enough, but I'm not so sure how much they're predicting for this week. It may be enough to put out the power, which is, like, great. But on the other hand, on Friday, it's going to be in the 40s. Same thing with Saturday. So hopefully it'll just be warm enough to melt it, and I will still get to go on my, like, tiny little trip and have something very cool to show you guys when I get back. That's the idea. That's what I'm hoping for. We still got about 5 minutes left, so we're making good time. Okay, so what color should we do the other flowers? Maybe blue? I like blue a lot. I'm trying to do like colors that are my favorite colors for this. Because like I said, I did want to do it based on me holding a frog, you know. And I'm a little sunburnt, but let's do blue. Let's try that on these other flowers. They're very tropical looking flowers. I have no clue what they are. I could identify a frog from like 10 feet away, but if you showed me a bunch of different flowers, I'd be like, man, those all look the same to me. Not a flower person, totally not a flower person, but I do know a lot of people that are plant people, and they can identify plants like that. And the only thing I can identify is like the invasive plants that the state teaches you how to identify so you can remove them from your yard. So that's it for plants for me. This is a really good book though, by the way. Like I was saying, I do have a full flip through up. I think this book is just fantastic. I wish that Jen would do some more like this. This might be, I don't know, I don't have too many of her books. Is this the first book where she's really done a lot of people like this? I think it is, and I really am in love with it. I know she's got a bunch of books based on like locations, like a United States one, Canada, Mexico, where she kind of goes like by provinces, and of course for the states, she goes by states. And gives you like a native bird and flower and like a bunch of stuff that's just relevant to that region. And those books are pretty cool, but I really like how she draws people. And of course she's done like the uncommon animals, and she's got a winter one out that I can't think of the name of. Winter Woodlands or Woodlands Winter or something like that. But I love these people that she's drawn, just how stylistic they are, and of course I love that she's included so many animals in the pages. There's even one in the back that has salamanders in it, so of course I'm going to do that one too. But I would love to see some more like this from her. Very exciting that she's doing this. Very exciting for me. And I'm excited that she like released this book just in time for Froggy February too. I think it came out like at the end of January, so it was right on time for me. Perfect timing. Same with that Cute Frogs book. That book came out right around Valentine's Day. Couldn't have been better timing. And I had no idea that book was coming out. I didn't see it on Amazon beforehand or anything, like for pre-order or anything. So very, very thrilled with that one. Can't wait for it to get here, and we'll see what's inside it. Okay, yeah, I think I like the blue. I think we'll keep doing that. I think we got time to color one more flower here before I'm going to cut away and finish this off camera and then come back and show you what it looks like at the end. I don't think I'm going to use my metallic pens on this. Yeah, I just don't know where I would use them at. Looking at this, I just don't see somewhere I'd use them, so I don't think I'll use any metallic pens, but I might use some paint or some of my, what are they called? I can never remember the name of them. Hold on. The Uniball Signo pens. I've been using those a lot for smaller white spaces, just so that I don't use up all my Posca pens, because they were a little cheaper than the Posca pens. So I'll probably use some of those for sure. I already have some ideas in my head on where I want to use them. I just don't think I'll use any metallic paint on here. Not really anywhere to put it. This girl wasn't really wearing any jewelry, and actually I'm not sure that any of the girls in this book are. I think they're just kind of decorated by the nature rather than, you know, jewelry or anything. Oh, at least it didn't start pouring rain during this. I was really worried about that. It was actually pouring rain so hard that it woke me up last night, which is a little bit unusual, especially for February. And I was worried that as soon as I sat down to film, it would start doing that again, and that you wouldn't be able to hear me talking. It would just be like a deafening roar, and I'd have to stop in the middle of it and come back and stop and come back. But we got through it without any rain, so I would consider that lucky. And hopefully it doesn't start pouring rain on me on the way to class either, because it was raining so hard earlier that it was like not something you'd be able to drive in. So hopefully class doesn't get canceled tonight. I'm actually, at first I was like, woo, class is canceled, I don't have to go, I can be lazy, but now I'm like, gosh, we can't handle it being canceled anymore. We are so far behind and I'm so tired. Alright. So here's where I'm at right now. Right at the 30-minute mark, so making good timing. So I'm going to come back when this page is finished and I'll show you what it looks like finished and I will talk about what I did on it. So I will see you in just a few seconds. Okay, I am back. I have finished the page and I am sorry if I was rambling a whole lot in the beginning there. I do tend to ramble a lot. I need to start writing down my ideas for what I want to talk about during a video so that I like have it over here and can keep myself on track, but I do just ramble a lot. That's just how I talk. But I finished the page and I am so happy with how this turned out. This might be one of my favorite pages that I've done. If there's ever been a page that like just represents me, it's this page with the color palettes that I used, all of the nature like in the hair, and of course the little frog down here. Yeah, I don't know. This is definitely the page that represents me, and this is sometimes, man, this is what I look like if I come out of the woods from being out there like all day taking pictures of animals and photographing nature. Man, I come out of there looking like this sometimes with all the leaves and the twigs and stuff in my hair. I used just the Ohuhu markers on it. Like I said earlier, there was no metallic marker, no glitter. I did use the Uniball Signo in a couple places on the highlights on the frog, and then on these flowers here, I'll actually hold it up so you can see it a little better. The white inside them was the Signo gel pen. But that is this page. I have finished it and I am so thrilled with how it turned out. Definitely my favorite that I've done for Froggy February, and might be one of my favorites for the year. I don't know, it's a little early to tell, but we will see. And again, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who has participated in Froggy February. You have no idea how happy it makes me to see all of your completed pages full of frogs, and there's still just a little bit of time to squeeze in another page or two if you want to, and be on the lookout for that compilation video. I'm really excited to make that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been a while since I've done a color and chat, and hopefully I will get to see you again soon.